You know what's wild? How we can convince ourselves that we're the only ones feeling this way. We scroll through social media and see everyone smiling, traveling, falling in love, buying houses, starting families. And here we are, wondering why our lives don't look like that. But here's the secret no one talks about. Those same people you compare yourself to have nights where they cry on their bathroom floor. They have days where they feel invisible. They just don't post it. We live in a world where people hide their pain like it's something to be ashamed of. But I think there's something beautiful in admitting, yeah, I'm struggling right now. Because it's real, and real is what connects us. I once read this quote that said, "Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about." And it stuck with me. It made me realize how many people are walking around holding it together with nothing but sheer willpower. Maybe that's you right now. If it is, I want to remind you, you're doing better than you think. Even if you feel tired, even if you feel lost, even if you have no idea what comes next. There's this pressure to have life figured out by a certain age. Get the job, find the partner, have the kids, buy the house, be financially stable, all by some invisible deadline. But life doesn't actually work like that. Some people find their calling at 16, others at 60. Some fall in love once and it lasts forever. Others love, lose, and love again. There is no right timeline. There is only your timeline. So stop punishing yourself for not being where you thought you'd be by now. Life isn't a race. It's more like a book. Some chapters are slow, some are exciting, some are painful, and some are so beautiful you wish they'd never end. I know someone who always looked like they had it together. Perfect job, perfect smile, perfect social life. But one day they told me, I'm exhausted from pretending to be okay. And I'll never forget that, because it made me realize how heavy that mask can be. We live in a world that teaches us to hide our struggles, but you don't have to. Your scars don't make you less, they make you human. It's okay to say, I'm not okay right now. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to be the one who needs help instead of giving it all the time. Strength isn't about never falling apart. It's about letting yourself feel and still choosing to get back up. Here's something I need you to know. You matter more than you realize. You've made an impact in ways you'll never fully see. You've smiled at someone on a day they were falling apart. You've said something kind that stuck in someone's mind for years. You've existed. And because you existed, someone's life is a little lighter. We don't always get told the difference we make, but that doesn't mean it isn't there. So when you feel like you don't matter, remember, even small kindnesses ripple farther than you think. Let's talk about loss. Not just death, but the living kind. The people who used to be part of your everyday life but aren't anymore. The friend who stopped calling. The partner who walked away. The family member who became a stranger. It hurts, and it's okay to admit that. But here's the truth. Sometimes people leave because their chapter in your life is over. That doesn't erase the good memories. It just means their role in your story has changed. And yes, it's sad, but it also makes space for people who are meant to stay. Every heartbreak has taught you something. Every failure has shaped you. Every lonely night has made you stronger. You might not feel stronger right now, and that's okay. Strength isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just the quiet decision to try again tomorrow. Think about the last time you went through something you thought you'd never get over. Remember how impossible it felt? But you're here now. that's proof you can make it through this too. I like to think of life like a storm. When you're in the middle of it, all you see are the dark clouds. But storms don't last forever. Eventually, the sky's clear, the sun comes out, and you realize you made it through. And not only did you survive, but you learned something about yourself in the process. So if you're in a storm right now, hold on, it will pass. A friend once told me, I hate that I'm not the same person I used to be. And I told them, you're not supposed to be. The things you've been through will change you. And that's not a bad thing. It means you've grown. It means you've learned. It means you're becoming someone new. We get so caught up in wanting to go back to who we were before the pain. But maybe that version of you wasn't as strong. Maybe this version, the one you're becoming, is the one who can handle what's coming next. So don't rush yourself. Don't think you need to have it all figured out. Life isn't about perfection. It's about progress. If you've made it through hard days before, you can make it through this one too. And tomorrow is another chance to start again. I know some of you are listening to this with a tired heart, tired of trying, tired of giving your all and feeling like it's never enough. Tired of showing up for people who wouldn't do the same for you. And if that's you, I just want to say, I see you. I see how hard you've been carrying the weight of your world. I see the way you keep pushing, even when you have every reason to give up. You might think no one notices, but I do. And even if no one else says it, I'm proud of you. Have you ever been in a room full of people but still felt completely alone? It's like you're there, but no one really sees you. No one asks how you're really doing. And sometimes, that kind of loneliness hurts more than being physically alone. I want you to remember, your worth isn't determined by who sees you. Your worth isn't determined by how many people check in on you. You are valuable simply because you exist. Even if you have to walk this part of the road alone, it doesn't mean you'll be alone forever. It just means you're in a season where you're learning to stand on your own feet. Everything in life is temporary. The pain, the confusion, the emptiness, it won't last forever. It might feel like it now, but there will be a day when you wake up and realize you're not carrying the same heaviness you once did. Sometimes it's not about fixing everything at once. Sometimes it's just about making it through the next minute, the next hour, the next day. And that's okay, because healing is not a straight road. Some days you'll feel strong, and the next day you might feel like you're back at square one. But you're not starting over. You're starting from experience. There's a story about a farmer who planted bamboo seeds. For years he watered them every day, and nothing happened. People told him he was wasting his time, but he kept watering, kept believing. Then one day, after years of nothing, the bamboo shot up almost 80 feet in a few weeks. It wasn't that the bamboo suddenly started growing. It had been growing roots the entire time, building the foundation to support its height. That's you right now. You might feel like nothing's changing, but you're growing roots. You're building the foundation for something incredible. I know it's frustrating when you work so hard and don't see results right away, when it feels like you're putting in all this effort and the world doesn't even notice. But trust me, the work you're doing on yourself isn't wasted. Every time you choose not to give up, every time you keep going, even when it's hard, every time you choose hope instead of despair, you're building a future version of yourself who will look back and thank you. One of the fastest ways to kill your joy is to compare your life to someone else's. But you have to understand, they're not on the same path as you. They haven't fought the same battles, learned the same lessons, or carried the same weight. It's like comparing the sunrise to the sunset. Both are beautiful, but they happen at different times. So instead of asking, why am I not there yet? Try asking, what can I learn here? This one's important. Resting is not the same as quitting. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is take a break. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you've been running non-stop, give yourself permission to pause, to breathe, to recharge. You don't have to earn rest. You deserve it simply because you're human. Life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. If you burn out in the first mile, you won't make it to the finish line. There was this runner who used to push himself so hard at the start of a race that he'd be exhausted halfway through. It wasn't until he learned to pace himself, to slow down when needed, that he started finishing strong. That's how life works too. You can slow down, you can take your time, you can stop and catch your breath. The finish line will still be there. We're so focused on where we want to be that we forget to look at how far we've come. Think about it. There was a time when you prayed for the things you have now. There was a time when you doubted you'd even make it this far. But you did, and that matters. So take a second and give yourself credit, because you survived 100% of your worst days. And that's not luck, that's strength. Where you are right now is not where you'll always be. You're in a chapter, not the whole book. And the chapter you're in now is shaping you for the chapters to come. So keep going. Not because it's easy, not because you have it all figured out, but because there's a version of you in the future who's living a life you can't even imagine yet. And they're counting on you to get there.